Hey my loves, this is Bella Dutch from Allseeingeyetarot, here with your daily tarot news for January 31st, 2023. I can't believe we're in 2023. I still want to say 2022. Alright, so this is the last day of the month. Now you guys know how this works. Basically, you need to pause the video, ask a question. When you have that question in your front to load, press play on the video. Hopefully I have the answer to the question that you're asking spiritually. Okay, sort of like remote viewing. Now, if this is not your answer that you're seeking, first of all, check all its parts. Don't just basically say this ain't the answer. Look at your situation. Don't pay attention just to maybe the zodiac signs I give. Look at your situation, because I'm sure I'm answering your question if you're clicking on this video. Okay, it's just the way I pray before I start all my videos. All right, so go ahead, you pause the video. Let's go. Okay. Spirit and universe, I ask that you would choose, pick out the most pressing, the most depressing, the questions that keep people up at night, the questions that people need to make a decision about immediately for their highest good. I also give you permission to use me to answer that question honestly, accurately, with full transparency. Here we go, y'all. January 31st, 2023. 213 again. Okay. First card out. We got the Empress. The Sun. The Three of Wands. The King of Wands. The Magician. I'm going to pull a second round on these cards because I got these mixed messages going on in my ear, so just roll with me. Under the Empress, we got the Emperor. That's what I want to see. Okay. Under the Sun, we have the Five of Swords. Under the Three of Wands is Justice. Under the King of Wands is the Queen of Cups. Okay, Linda, what we got going on here? This is crazy. All right, under the Magician, we have the Two of Wands. Overall energy for the people, persons that's going through this energy here. Eight of Cups. Oh, my. All right. Card right up under that, we got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this looks like a day filled with confrontation. I ain't gonna lie to you. At least this is what's conjuring up. All right. Now, what I'm feeling looking at this is that somebody needs to have a conversation. When I said conversation, they need to be honest. All right. Now, this is a relationship between fire and water. So you could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Okay. Now, okay, so let me just tell you this because this might be your story. All right. Maybe you're the individual that's in a relationship with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You've been having some problems lately. Okay, you're having some problems, and it kind of looks like maybe someone has maybe even suggested that you take a break. Okay, they suggested that you take a break because there's something that's, going on. There's something that's bothering this person. I'm probably going to put it on the Cancer, Pisces, all right? Scorpio. This Cancer, Pisces mainly. This person is the dominant energy, so this is the masculine that's in the relationship. They may have suggested that you guys need to take a break from one another. The reason they suggested this is because they're lying to you about something. All right. Well, it's very important what they're lying to you about. It kind of looks like maybe there is a legal situation affecting this man or woman that is masculine energy. All right. Legal marriage, maybe. Legal marriage. All right. It's a marriage. Looks like they weren't completely honest with you, 100% honest. Because they look like they're married. We got the Sun and the Five of Swords. So maybe something has come to the light. You've seen that this person was legally married. Now, let me tell you something about Cancer, Pisces. Okay, now, this is not going to really be relevant for Scorpio, but mainly Cancer, Pisces. These individuals, when they are legally married to someone, they acknowledge that they're married when they're in the relationship, when they are with you. But what I have noticed or come to notice when it comes to Cancer, Pisces, when they are broken up with you, in their mind, they're not married, which is kind of screwed up, because you breaking up with your wife or your husband is not divorce. All right. And you need to acknowledge that, because it kind of looks like you're jumping into relationships and you're causing the other person to commit adultery unknowingly. That's a problem. That's a real big problem. We got justice here. Okay. And we got the Three of Wands coming up. All right. So this is something that you got an issue that's going on, that's going to come forward. And this is probably going to, I'm talking to those of you that are in relationship right now. You're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and you're married to someone else. However, but you're in a relationship with a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay? This fire sign had no idea or no clue that you were legally married, and you didn't tell them. All right? You didn't tell them. Okay? Now, what's going on is coming up in this next few weeks. It's going to come out that you're married. And the reason why it's going to come out is because there is a moment of justice that the universe is coming back to collect. Okay, there's a moment of lessons. You know, you're no longer getting away with your schemes and your treason. You're not being able to move forward as an arbitrator. You have to confess to what you've been doing, because not only are you hurting the person that you're with, but you have also hurt your wife or your husband. And this has become a repetitive thing for you, okay? And you might notice it because you got a perfectly healthy relationship right now that you can't be happy in, all right? This is for Cancer, Pisces. I'm talking to you. You got a perfectly happy relationship that you cannot feel happiness in. It's impossible right now. So you're probably crying a lot. You probably feel a lot broken. But you've went as far as you can go in that relationship that you're at. So you're hitting up against a brick wall, and you know it. All right. Now, you know that you've run to a point where you can't take this relationship that you've been involved with this fire sign any farther without clearing up or being honest about your situation. So you might say, Bella, what do I got to do in order to find my own self happy? You know. Well, the first thing you have to do is you got to go back to your wife or husband. You need to make that shit right. All right. If you're going to get a divorce, cool, get a divorce. If you're going to try to get back together and try to work it out, then yes, absolutely. Go back to your wife or husband, try to work it out and make it right, but being honest with your fire sign partner. This could also be justified if I am looking at a Leo, in particular Leo. That's legally married, and you have a Cancer, Pisces woman that you're interested in, but you're married, okay, to someone else. And you really want to be with this person. You're no longer happy in your marriage, and you want out of your marriage, okay? But you're not honest with your wife. You're not honest with your wife about where you stand, who you are. There's a lot of secrets here. There's secrets. I'm looking at secrets. I'm looking at you not being able to live your fullest life. You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't type of situation. The overall energy is the Eight of Cups. So this is, it's going to require that you walk away. And you're probably going to have to walk away from your relationship that you're in with the fire sign, okay? Because what's going to win here is your marriage. Your marriage is what's going to win. I remember this because I dealt with this energy back in 2018. If you can remember, I was with King. And I found out King was still legally married. And I had a choice. Do you keep going with him, Bella, because you've been with him 6 months already? You guys wake up together. He lives in your house. Do you hold on to this man, knowing that he's legally married to someone else? I don't give a shit. When's the last time he was with her? The fact is that he was married. King was a Cancer. Okay. Do you take him back, continue to sleep with him in your bed, or do you let him go and let him deal with his marriage? Respect her. Okay, even though you don't know her, respect her. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? I had to go through all these mental thoughts in my head. What I chose to do, and all you guys see me do it, I chose to let King go. Hardest thing I ever did in my life. I mean, I probably cried every other day. Seriously. I didn't feel it was fair. He hadn't been with his wife in 3 years. And we got a new relationship. We've been together every day for the last 6 months. Do I be selfish and do I say, wait a minute, this is mine? I sleep next to this every day. This man lives in my house. Or do I back away and realize this man catapulted, ran through, jumped out of his lessons? Because that's what it is. You know, if he's legally married to someone and he's with me, that means that he ran away from his lessons. That means I'm not going to get the good part of King. Okay, so I'm being cheated if I hold on to him. This is the way I had to put it together in my mind. And I'm telling you because you probably got to put this shit together in your mind, especially if you're the fire sign, you're on the receiving end of this, and you're dating a water sign and you didn't know they were married, and you got to make a decision right now. You know, Spirit is requiring that you make a decision. Do you stay with this man because you love him and you feel it's yours? Or do you respect the fact that he's legally married and he's in the middle of a teaching mechanism? This is God's business we're talking about, okay? This is God's business. When two people are put together, let no man tear that apart or separate that. That's God's business. So do you get in the middle of God's business and say, it's mine. I had it for 3 weeks. I had it for 2 months. It's mine. When legally it's not yours. If he died tomorrow, all his shit go to that wife. So that's not yours. What part of him being legally married to her says that it's yours? It's not yours. Okay? Do you be respectful and realize that I can get a better him if I just let him go right now, let him deal with whatever he got going on, or she, with that other marriage. Let him decide to walk away from that marriage, not because you're in the picture. You know, stop the trend, because it looks like he, her, whoever the masculine energy, he or her has a trend of jumping from person to person, not closing any doors, okay? And this shit has caught up with him. That's what's happening. Do you be a part of the mess, or do you fix the mess? Do you enforce that it be fixed? Okay? Now, I had a very important role. Bella? Now, I'm a very, very educated woman. I'm very powerful. And not to toot my own horn, but beep, bitch. Okay, I can make anything I want. Mine's, literally. Okay? However, I've learned from previous experience that if you grab something too soon, if you pull the fucking cake out the oven when it ain't all the way done, the middle is going to be milky as shit. So it's going to collapse on you. As soon as you try to put the icing on it, it's fucked. Okay? Do you pull something out the oven because you think it's done? Or do you let it stay in there and bake? I chose to let it bake. Now this is from the month of January 2018 all the way until July of 2018. I had to back away. No sex, no king, no. You handle that. His divorce was final in July. The moment that motherfucker got divorced, I was on it, Linda, okay? But I learned something very important. I took it back, and Spirit began to show me how undone he actually was. You know, how I took the cake out the oven maybe too soon, and all his flaws. The flaws that the wife is supposed to handle, I got now. So you got half a fucking nigga. You don't even realize you got half a nigga, but you did. When you grabbed him, when he was still cooking with the wife, You got half a nigga. You should have let her bake that motherfucker to full capacity. Once I got King and he was divorced, I realized he ran out of this marriage. He never went back to fix it. He just automatically flew towards divorce, and he didn't fix it. And now I see all the flaws he had. And now I am hurting myself because I still got him half-baked. I made a decision to walk away from King in I think it was 2019 or something, because he ended up going to jail and shit right after. So maybe it was like 2020, right when the pandemic hit. I chose to walk away because I seen the flaws in him. I seen he wasn't cooked, and I didn't want to put myself through that shit. You're going to break your own heart? You want something so bad that you're going to break your own heart? You want this half-done ass shit? You want them to put this cake on your fucking plate with the milky shit running all through the middle? Like, it's not even cooked. You going to eat that shit? No, I'm not going to eat that. No, Linda, not me. Hell no. Send that shit back to the kitchen, let it bake, and I walked away. It was hard, but it was real. And now that question comes to you. Do you want this cake half baked, or do you want to back away and let this woman, whoever his wife is, finish preparing the recipe? Because when she prepares the recipe, what you can't see is that she's going to make him a greater man. She's going to make her a greater masculine figure for you. You got the bad in this motherfucker for real. You don't see it yet. This motherfucker is undone. It's got an acquired taste. It's fucked up. You're never going to realize how undone it is until you actually get it when it's free, when it's not married. Do you know how many people is going to hear this reading and still say, that married man is mine, and take that undone cake? You know how many people is going to do that? Mostly all of you. Even though I'm encouraging you not to do that. I told you a real fucking story of what I really went through. I did not touch King. The moment I found out that man was married, I did not touch that man. I swear to God on my daughter. That was the hardest shit I ever did in my life, absolutely. Because I was happy with King, genuinely. Until he came back. And he wasn't married no more. And I got to see all the fucking wool was pulled up over my eyes. And I got to see what I really fell in love with. What you gonna do? The person you're engaged with, the person that you're with at this moment has a secret. If they are Cancer, Pisces, they got a secret right now. Now, I'm only talking to those of you who you recently had a conversation. You realize your relationship is not going right. He's not sleeping with me. We're not sleeping in the same bed. When we are sleeping in the same bed, this motherfucker's crying all the time and shit. Like, he's saying that he got to get himself together. He's traumatic. He's been through a traumatic experience. He's lying to you and shit. You don't know what the fuck is going on right now. It just looked like your relationship has been turned upside down, because that's what it felt like when this shit was about to come out with King. Oh my God, we wasn't sleeping together or nothing. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Is he fucking somebody else? Like, I started to think that way. However, what it was Spirit was coming back to collect their debt. He accumulated a debt. Jumping from woman to woman, constantly breaking hearts, he accumulated a debt. That's what's happening to you right now. It's nothing you did. You're not an imperfect woman. You don't destroy your relationship. You're a good woman. You're a great woman. And that's part of the reason why your partner doesn't want to hurt you. But my question to you, will you choose to back away and let him, her, I say her because there's a lot of people that's with females. And the female is the dom. Okay, and you're the feminine, and you're dealing with that right now. Right now, your partner had a conversation with you like, we need to take a break, we need to separate, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Because see, Cancer, especially if it's Cancer walks sideways. They're not real people at all. Okay, they're not gonna tell you really what it's going through, you know, what it's hitting for. Absolutely the fuck not. Okay, but you'll notice the change because they're not sleeping with you, they're not communicating with you, they don't even look at you the same. They don't call you the way they used to call you. Something's wrong. That's the first sign. Now, what will you do? Will you back away and let them deal with that shit? Or you gonna hold on to it and suffocate the fucking shit and lose the whole goddamn cake? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit your notification bell. If you want a personal reading, allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. Don't forget to definitely send your donations. How to donate is at the bottom of the screen. If you use PayPal or if you use Cash App, the only thing I ask, if you're going to donate through Cash App, make sure you leave your email address so I can talk to you and thank you personally. Okay? All right. Yeah, come see me. You dealing with this, you're like, Bella, you right, because something's wrong in my fucking house. I don't know what the fuck has gotten into this motherfucker. And you need some help. Your intuition is stirring. It's like, yeah, Bella, I'm a Leo. Yeah, Bella, I'm an Aries. Yeah, I'm a Sagittarius. My partner's Cancer. My partner's Pisces. My person's Scorpio. So we're going through that right now. Maybe you need a personal reading. Because it's hard to just leave a person when you don't really have the facts in front of you. You know, yeah, you hear Bella talking, but you don't really have the facts in front of you. You need to know that Bella's really talking about you. Hit me up. Allseeingeyetarot@gmail.com. It's the best couple bucks you'll ever spend on yourself. This is your heart we're talking about. And this is your heart moving forward. How much does it mean to you? Until next time. Thank you, guys.